Maya Ellison had always believed her life was ordinary. She worked as a data analyst in a corporate tower downtown, rode the subway every morning, and returned every evening to her small apartment, where silence often kept her company. But ordinary lives sometimes hide extraordinary secrets. And Maya's secret had a name: Ryan Carter. 10 years earlier, Ryan had been the kind of man who seemed untouchable, charming, magnetic, a natural leader who could walk into any room and leave with everyone's attention. Maya, quieter, thoughtful, had never expected him to notice her. Yet somehow he did. Their love had been fierce, the kind that made the world shrink, until only the two of them existed. She had trusted him with her heart, her dreams, her future. And then, one night, he betrayed her. The betrayal hadn't been small. It had shattered her life. She discovered he had lied about who he was, about what he did, about the people he worked for. He hadn't just been her lover. He had been living a double life. And the night she confronted him, he left. No apology, no explanation, just gone. For a decade, Maya rebuilt herself piece by piece. She buried the pain under work, convinced herself she had moved on. But, in truth, she carried Ryan's ghost everywhere. Every subway ride, every sleepless night, every glance at couples holding hands. Then, on a crisp winter evening, she left the office late. The streets were quiet, the city lights reflecting off icy sidewalks. And that's when she saw him, Ryan, standing across the street, older, sharper, but unmistakably him. Her heart stopped. "Maya," he said softly, almost pleading. For a long moment she couldn't move. All the anger, grief, and longing she had buried came flooding back. Finally she found her voice. "You don't get to say my name." He stepped closer, his expression shadowed. "I know I don't deserve it, but I need to explain." Her fists clenched. "Explain why you lied, why you disappeared, why you destroyed me." Ryan's gaze was steady. "Because if I had stayed, you wouldn't be alive." Confusion cut through her fury. "What are you talking about?" "I was working undercover," he said, his voice low. "Not for myself, but for an agency. The people I was investigating, they were dangerous, ruthless. When they realized I was with you, they threatened your life. The only way to protect you was to let you believe I betrayed you." Maya's chest tightened. For 10 years she had hated him. For 10 years, she had believed he was the worst kind of liar. And now, here he was, claiming he had left out of love. She shook her head. "You don't get to rewrite history, Ryan. You broke me." "I know," he whispered. "But if I had to choose between your hatred and your death, I'd choose your hatred every time." Before Maya could respond, headlights swept over them. A black SUV slowed nearby, its tinted windows reflecting the city lights. Ryan's jaw hardened. "They found me." That night marked the beginning of a storm. Maya's quiet life unraveled as she was pulled into Ryan's shadowed world. Strange men followed her. Messages appeared on her phone from unknown numbers, and her apartment was broken into. Terrified, she found herself relying on Ryan, the very man she had sworn to hate. Conflicted emotions tore at her. Part of her wanted to run, to never see him again. But another part, the part that remembered the warmth of his laughter, the way he had once held her, like she was the only thing in the world, couldn't deny the bond still lingering between them. Together, they fought to expose the organization Ryan had once investigated. The deeper they went, the more dangerous it became. And with every risk, every brush with death, Maya began to see Ryan not as the man who betrayed her, but as the man who had sacrificed everything to save her. But love born in betrayal is fragile. One night, after a narrow escape, Maya confronted him. "Why didn't you trust me with the truth?" Ryan's voice cracked. "Because I couldn't bear the thought of you living in fear. I thought leaving would set you free. Instead, I caged you in pain. And I've hated myself for it every day." Her heart warred with itself. Could she forgive him? Could she trust him again? The answer came when the organization cornered them one final time. Surrounded, with no way out, Ryan made his choice. He stood between Maya and the men with guns, his voice steady as he said, "If you want her, you'll have to go through me." The fight that followed was brutal, but Ryan's sacrifice gave Maya the chance to survive. He was wounded, but alive, and as she held him, trembling, Maya realized the truth. His betrayal had saved her life once. Now his love had saved it again. In the end, forgiveness didn't come all at once, but it came, slowly, painfully, beautifully, because sometimes betrayal is not the end of a love story. Sometimes it is the beginning of redemption. And for Maya and Ryan, after 10 years of silence, their story was only just beginning.